Jake,
All right.
let's call this meeting to order.
You should calendar here.
Board.
Nope. Yes, a couple different things. We did get communications regarding the EMS committee, and then also Catholic Church was reached out again.
Same here, so nothing new from me.
Right now. Right now.
Text.
It's this.
Well, we'll do our best, and if it starts to echo too much, we'll just kill the volume and people can see it. And we're recording it, so there is an audio tape of the meeting. Definitely.
Okay, hang on. Can you just tell me what to do?
That's our requirement, Jake, that we have the audio tape.
I don't even think that's a requirement, Mark. That's just something you do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think. Notice when you guys are here from the meetings, you decide to make a requirement. Let's do that. Just try to publish.
Very good. All right, then why don't you go ahead?
Let me try one.
Test.
Right. Let's move on. Public comments is the portion of the agenda the public
Can speak on items not listed on this morning's agenda. The public cannot act on those items, but they could be topics for future meetings. Are there any public comments on items not listed on this morning's agenda? Seeing anything online? Is there a motion for this morning's consent agenda?
Agenda. A second. Ramey.
Aye.
Johnner. Aye. McCombs. Aye.
All right, very good. On the business, first item is to declare the public hearing open for the FY25 proposed Marion County budget that runs through July 1, 2024. Up next year. So Jake, this is public.
Culmination of what you guys have been working on since January. Notice in the taxes, there's been no changes since your meeting 2 weeks ago when we did the proposed tax levy. So like discussed at that point, the county's levy is going down. The tax ask for the countywide amount is down, and the rural services is only at $50,000 total. So I don't know if you want anything more than that. I just figured this was multiple times we've discussed this. If they want to advance a couple more screens, maybe you can advance one more. So here is kind of the picture of what we showed before of the levies for this year, and it's been discussed multiple times. So if you guys have any specific questions, or I guess this is the public hearing portions.
Yeah, this is the public hearing portion. I think a couple things to keep in mind. The levy rate is down again. So again, bringing that portion, or at least what we can control of the budget, down. And then the tax ask that Jake highlighted is down as well, except for rural services. So, and that was a $50,000 increase. So pretty minimal. And that's because we kept the levy at 395.
The levy's at 395, and there wasn't very much growth.
Right. So all in all, I think a good budget session, some tough issues to deal with, but still continuing to do our best to bring, keep taxes in line. So this is the public hearing. Are there any public comments on this portion of the budget? Anything online? Anything in the room? Seeing none. I would entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Make motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
Johnner,
Aye.
McCombs,
Aye.
Ramey,
Aye, very good. Next, we have resolution 2024-46, which is the adoption of said budget. Board, any discussion? We've talked this through a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, we've discussed this quite a bit, and I'm very well pleased with the outcome.
Well, if there's no discussion on this, is there a motion on this resolution?
Make motion to approve resolution 2024-46.
Second.
McCombs,
Aye.
Ramey,
Aye.
Johnner.
Aye.
Okay, very good. Next, we have resolution 2024-47, which is the adoption of the elected official salaries included in the budget. Jake?
And these are just, you guys have talked about this multiple times as well during the budget sessions on the Friday of the budget week. Been part of it, it's part of the notice. Code a few years ago, they just changed part of the budget process that the board needs to approve by resolution, the elected official salary. So there's no changes to what you guys had discussed on the comp board level and the change there. So, or what you guys officially accepted from the recommendation has flowed through to everyone's budgets.
Okay, very good. Board, any questions, comments?
No.
Okay.
Discuss this too.
Is there a motion?
Make a motion, we approve resolution 2024-47.
I'll second.
Ramey,
Aye.
Johnner,
Aye.
McCombs.
Aye.
Thanks, everybody, for their help on that budget.
Yes, yes,
It's
very
quite a
much
bit
so.
of new processes this year as well.
A lot of
So
new steps.
a lot of steps.
Oh, you guys did great work. Resolution 2024-48, which is the local sales and services designation or lost fund. Jake?
Again, this is more administrative in-house, part of the ballot of the local option sales tax. It designates directions of money this year in your budget. The county moved the 50% of the property tax relief portion, or the portion that goes directly back to the general fund and none to the general supplemental. And then the other 50% per ballot language goes to a project fund that you guys have discretion to use. It's been earmarked for a few years here for the secondary road shop, I believe.
Mhm.
But this is Fund 29. You can see that balance on each month end. So this is where the local option sales tax money will be deposited or receipted into. And Michaela in the treasurer's office needs to know this when that comes in monthly on how to distribute that within our own system. So she only gets the county's portion. They don't get like other cities' portions and things like that. That goes directly to them. But this directs us on how to receipt each month.
Very good. Board?
Pretty self-explanatory, I think.
Okay.
50% to general. fund.
Yeah. Is there a motion?
Make a motion, we approve resolution 2024-48.
Second.
All right, Jake.
Johnner,
Aye.
McCombs,
Aye.
Ramey.
Aye, very good. Thank you very much. Next, we have a discussion for potential property disposition. The parcel number is listed up there on the screen and the city address as well. I think this was the one that Adam talked about last week.
Right.
Wanting to do something with, so board, questions, comments?
No, I don't have any problem with disposing of this property. I guess the question is, I don't know if Adam's made an offer or.
Jared, there's a process we have to follow with this, or has Ross looked at it from just your office's perspective? We don't have the mic back there, do we? That's all right.
I spoke to Ross this morning about it. I know he's been in contact. I don't believe there's been an offer made yet. I think we were just kind of waiting to see what process the board wanted to take as far as disposing of the property. It could be as simple as accepting an offer and then maybe going into closed session to decide, what the property is worth. Or, board wants to do bids, we can do that too, but it's not necessarily required.
Okay. Okay, very good. Board, any thoughts on what you'd like to do for a
Yeah.
process?
So last year I had somebody reach out regarding this. This was prior to Jared. And so, at that point, I was speaking with the prior county attorney, but it brings up a couple different things. First off, on this property, I would prefer if we possibly could have more interest, then I'd like to do, we're going to agree to sell it and do the bidding like we've done in the past. But it also makes me wonder if there isn't other properties out there that we should be looking at, that we possibly own. And, if there is more than one, maybe getting with Ann or Jake, I'm not for sure, or Michaela, or what the process is. But, if there is other property that we have by chance received currently, like this piece of property, that, we as a board start looking at those too, so.
We
Go
can
ahead.
sure, there is properties around the county with Marion County's name that has been acquired over time. Maybe something like this or tax sale or something like that, but we can definitely, at least see what parcels are out there with our name and, bring that to you guys.
So maybe for the sake of this item.
Yeah.
Keisha, what I'm hearing is you would like to do more of a bidding process
Correct.
for this property.
Yep.
The second, maybe a different
Yeah,
item
yeah,
would be.
completely different item. And
Completely
like a
different
lot
would
of
be,
them,
let's get a listing
Yeah.
of those Marion County properties to
Right.
see if we want to go through a similar process.
yeah,
Right?
even like most
that-
of them are like the
Yep.
county
Okay.
shops or like the courthouse or whatever, but we
Okay.
can kind of sort through
Yeah.
those a little bit and see.
When
Yeah,
I
see
looked
what's
at
there.
them, it's gonna be a little bit difficult going through each, one.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a little bit of time, but if
We
there
can
is
work on
property
that.
out there that
We can
is
work on
similar
that.
to this one.
Okay, Steve, any thought?
No, I'm fine with the bidding process also.
Okay, so maybe what we
Do we have
could,
to do that by resolution or?
yeah, Jake, if we decide to do a bidding process, Jared,
Yeah.
maybe,
So I'll just jump in for a second if that's okay, speak for Jared a little bit and maybe his staff, but like maybe we can just follow the same template you guys just did for the 104 South Sixth. So maybe if you guys would pass a motion today to direct sealed bid process and notice be put forth, then Ross can use the same template. We can put public notice that bids are being received. We can put that on the website for our bidding thing. Set a timetable of when the bids, I don't know if you guys care how quickly you want to move on this or give it 20 days or 30 days from the notice. But something like that where you guys tell us now you want to do it by bidding process and then we have the template and I think that we can follow that from there.
okay,
It
Well, I
would come
think-
back to you guys for bids and resolution. You
Mhm.
have to have a public hearing to dispose of and you have to,
I think my
have a motion.
understanding that Adam was in no big hurry, but I think going into the future, I think it would behoove us if we'd do the same process each time on a property, so that we have a standard procedure.
it should be consistent.
yeah.
Yeah,
It should be consistent,
I think it,
absolutely.
yes, sometimes it's different, like if the BA property, we're disposing
Right.
of property
Yeah.
as well, but I mean, that's going to another government entity and those types of things.
So I have no problem with that, Jake. I think that's great. If somebody would want to make the motion, then, so we're directing the county auditor and the county attorney's office to proceed with preparing this property for sale. And then all of the attendant processes that will fall off of that, they will take care of.
so moved.
I'll second.
McCombs,
Aye.
Ramey,
Aye,
Johnner.
Aye.
very good. Thank you. Next, we have a Pleasant Grove Township trustee vacancy. Jared, I know we talked about this a couple meetings ago, maybe last meeting, so take her away.
Thank you. As you know, one of the things that the county attorney's office does is provides legal advice to township trustees and their boards. We have been in contact with the Pleasant Grove Township trustees a bunch over the last 6 or 8 months. There is a vacancy on their board right now. And we have had a lot of difficulty getting a meeting set in order for them to decide who is going to be appointed for the third member on that board pending election. And we do have, I believe, a meeting set next Monday. But I'm of the opinion that the Board of Supervisors should consider this and consider appointing someone to that board just because of all the difficulty that we've had. I'm not hopeful at this point that we're going to be able to get that resolved in a timely manner. And the vacancy has been open for several months now. And I know there's business that that board needs to attend to.
So from an appointment process, Jared, does that need to, or Jake, maybe you can answer this. Does that flow from the trustees recommending individuals to us to pull names out of a hat, or how do we go about that process?
It's not specifically laid out in the code. I guess what I'm proposing is that if the board does decide today that that you do want to appoint someone, that we publish notice and have a hearing, set it for an agenda item in either 2 or 4 weeks, and allow people to come forward and announce that they want to be here. I think one of the people that want to is here today. But that's my thought.
Okay, very good. Board, any thoughts on that recommendation?
I have a question maybe for Jared. Okay, so discussing this possibly today and depending upon what the board decides, but then if they meet next week and they decide, can they go ahead and appoint?
Absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely,
then-
yeah.
Okay,
I thought it best in the interest of time, given some of the things that board needs to get decided with budget and things like that, we need to get things moving. And if they can decide, then that's great. This board can say, okay, we don't need to step in now, but
So we'll kind of go down dual tracks. You'll have your
Mhm.
meeting, we'll set
Mhm.
set this process up, and if you get it done, then great.
that's my plan. Yeah, that's,
and I have reached out to Jared and the trustees and told them that I would like to be able, that I plan to attend the Monday meeting. And so, if by chance somebody else is going to want to attend,
Right.
then we need to give Jake notice. But yeah, I think it is important that either it's us or them to get somebody appointed because there is budget and business to get done.
So Jared, for this process to initiate, we probably have to have a motion, though, that from a notice standpoint, to instruct you and Jake to put together notice that the Board of Supervisors will act within 30 days on this vacancy. Is that fair?
absolutely, yes.
Is somebody willing to make that motion?
I will make that motion.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and support.
Within 30 days.
Yes. That'll
Thank
give
you.
Jared time to do what he needs to do.
Yeah, and we have a
We'll see.
template because we've done it recently with Knoxville Township. And I would also encourage people and what they did at that point, and I'm sorry, I'm doing this while your motion is in play. But there's on our county website, under the Board of Supervisors page, there's a boards and commissions application. It works really well. People can go online and fill out that and send that in via email, and then I would distribute that and just indicate that it's for the Pleasant Grove Township trustee position. Also, we can print that out for paper if people want that as well, but that's what we've done with Knoxville Township, Indiana Township, is
Perfect.
that boards and commissions application. It applies to that for you
Okay.
guys. as well.
Excellent.
So if people want to, and then the notice can be similar.
Very good. Thank you, Jake. All right, we have a motion and support.
Johnner,
Aye.
McCombs,
Aye.
Ramey.
Aye. Very good. Thank you. Jared, thank you for handling that. Jake, thank you. All right, Resolution 2024-44, which is a suspension of taxes on, and you can see the parcel number. I won't read that, but it's up there. Michaela? Good morning.
So this is something I bring to the board every year. The same resident has applied for and qualified for a suspension of taxes since 2004. Every year I like to clarify that a suspension of taxes does not mean a forgiveness of taxes. That does not mean that these taxes never come due. At some point, should the resident no longer qualify for the suspension, or should the property transfer or be sold, the taxes then become due without penalty and interest at that time.
What's the total amount so far, Michaela, that,
Yeah.
The total amount, up to this current collection year that has been suspended is $28,171. Now, we do make sure that, the homeowner does qualify, apply and qualify for the homestead credit and the elderly credit every year because those are both state mandated credits. So we do get some of that money back from the state in the form of those credits.
very good. Board questions from Michaela? And I assume, Michaela, you're recommending for continued suspension.
Yes, yes.
For
per the
taking
code,
action on this.
That's the process. I bring this to the board, recommend suspension, and as long as the resident continues to qualify, then the board is mandated to approve it.
Steve, Keisha, questions?
I just have a question, overall, Michaela, in regarding, what happens if the property isn't valued when it's sold for enough to pay the taxes? Then what does how
That
does,
could happen.
okay,
So, in that situation, I'm not exactly sure, whether that continues to be carried as a tax debt against the property going forward, or if that's a decision that we have to, make as a county, whether to forgive those taxes. I'm not sure. That's something we would have to handle when we come to that. I do have people approach me throughout the year. They get a letter from DHS that will tell them, hey, you qualify for this, go talk to your county about it. And one thing that I make very clear to that resident, and a lot of times I do get questions from family members. One thing that I do make sure is very clear is that this is not a forgiveness of taxes, because I think that's often an interpretation when they get that letter from DHS.
Sure,
Mhm.
sure. Okay, very good.
appreciate that
No.
explanation.
Steve?
No, I think I've asked these questions every year, and you've answered them.
All right. Very good. So Michaela, from us, you just need an approval of this and a
Correct.
motion to approve the suspension. So is there a motion?
Motion to approve resolution 2024-44.
Second,
Johnner,
Aye.
McCombs,
aye.
Ramey.
Aye.
Thank
Very
you.
good. Thanks, Michaela. All right, next we have an appointment to the Marion County Board of Adjustment. Missy?
So we just recently had a member of our Board of Adjustments move out of the county, so he's no longer eligible to serve. And this term is through 12/31/2027. I reached out and had a conversation with Deborah Kearney, and she is willing to and excited to serve on the Board of Adjustments. So you can see I attached the online application, and yeah, I think she'll bring some good information and
Well, that's,
knowledge to the Board of Adjustment.
well, we sure appreciate her willingness to serve. Absolutely. Board, any questions, or is there a motion to approve?
I know Deborah, and great person, so I make motion to approve.
Second,
McCombs,
aye.
Ramey,
Aye.
Johnner.
Aye.
Very good. Missy,
you.
thank you.
Thanks, Missy.
2024-38 is our next item, which is the Employee Assistance Program. Lisa?
Good morning.
Good morning.
So before you, you have the proposal from EFR, which is Employee and Family Resources, that provides our employee assistance program that we've had for several years now. We do cover all full-time and part-time employees. They receive 3 counseling sessions at no cost to them per occurrence per year. You'll see our utilization rate is up quite a bit from the last time that we had their utilization rate. Some of that is because they counted the hours that we used for the training, the hours that we had prepaid for the trainings that we did for our managers. I think there was 2 years ago, and then 1 year ago, we had 2 trainings for those. So that kind of increased our utilization rate. With talking with our program manager, This year, we would like to focus on not only the employee, because as you'll see, we get a generic report that just kind of tells us who's using it, like not who, how many are using it, and maybe break down a category within 5 categories. And you'll see that all of the utilization is coming from employees. So talking with our rep, we want to get the word out that this is a benefit for employees and their families, and that their family members are eligible also. I've put in your packet, I think the last 2 pages, those will be in our employee booklets that we'll hand out starting tomorrow for our employees that remind them that that service is available to them and their employees. Or not their employees, their family, sorry. So I try to get this out. I know everybody loves my annoying emails that come from Employee Family Services, but they do offer a lot of different benefits, not just counseling. It could be financial, it could be legal, it could be taking care of your elderly parents. There's just a lot of issues a lot of us are going through right now that we just might need another ear to listen to us, and so they are available to our employees. You do see the cost did go up slightly, 92 cents per employee per year, but I still think it's a valuable benefit for our employees and families.
Very good.
And these
Board
are,
questions?
yeah, these are family members that live within the household?
Correct. They
Okay.
must live within the household and they're eligible.
Appreciate the explanation.
No, I think it's a good resource.
I do. I agree. Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, very good. Well, Lisa, thank you. Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
I make a motion, we approve resolution 2024-38.
I'll second.
Ramey,
Aye.
Johnner,
Aye.
McCombs.
Aye.
Very good.
And then before I leave the podium,
Yes, one more thing.
I just want to remind all the department heads, employees, beginning tomorrow, we are starting our employee meetings with Holmes Murphy. I highly encourage everybody to attend a session. We are starting at 7:30 tomorrow. I have reserved that for Tyler's department and then also the sheriff's department. Those will be first come, first serve with the chairs out at Public Health. So make sure you sign up for a session. I still learn something every day, every session that we do. So I encourage everybody to attend.
Very good. Lisa, thank you very much. Next, we have resolution 2024-45, bridge inspection services. Tyler.
Yeah, so this is a 2-year contract for renewal of bridge inspection consulting services with Kirk and Michael. We actually have quite a few irons in the fire with the legislative changes with them, so kind of some ongoing things in the current contract that will carry it over into this new contract to get up to speed with some legislative changes as well as the Federal Highway Administration changes to bridge inspections. There's new items that need to be inspected, so every bridge has to be updated, and that's already underway with them. So I recommend continuing with Kirk and Michael for another 2-year contract.
Okay. Any questions, board?
I don't have any.
Steve?
Nope, I have none.
All
Thank
right.
you, Tyler.
Is there a motion?
Make motion to approve resolution 2024-45.
Second.
Second. I was reading.
Mark,
I don't get to say second very often.
all right, Johnner,
Aye.
McCombs,
Aye.
Ramey.
Aye.
Thank you.
We were leaving Tyler in suspense there for a minute. There was just one of those moments. All right, very good. Updates. Steve?
I have none.
Keisha?
I just have impact meeting. Other than that, I don't have anything further.
Okay, none for me digesting the mental health changes passed by the legislature and what those impacts will be, and I have not had a chance to circle back with our group yet. But we will. That's it. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion, we adjourn.
Second.
McCombs,
Aye.
Ramey,
Aye,
Johnner.
Aye.
we are adjourned.